What's up, guys? Robbie here again. Bitcoin is making moves to the downside like we have predicted in the last two videos. If you guys want to stick around and hear more about that, then stay tuned. All right, guys, let's get right into it. Okay, so we the last couple of videos we were talking about how Bitcoin could have been making this rising wedge pattern. What is rising wedge? It's basically this the support going up, the resistance going up, and they meet at this top point right here, and it broke to the downside. And we gave the possibilities that this was not a rising wedge, blah 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 blah. Obviously it was a rising wedge. So what does it look like now, guys? Well, currently Bitcoin is at 39,000 on the Bitfinex exchange. Bitcoin is nearing a 50% drop at this point. Let's see where we're at. We topped out at a 40% drop in price. As we know, Bitcoin does do this after the big run-ups. From 20,000 went down to 3,000. Now we topped out at the $64,000 level, $65,000 level. Now we gotta find that bottom, guys. So let's get into it. Let's see exactly where we are. So if we look at this rising wedge, we can draw a simple target by just the opening of the rising wedge, which is a little bit, people can argue where it is. I'm just going to say it's about right here. And the top of the rising wedge, I'm just going to say it's about right there. And basically you go to the breakout point, which was right where it broke that support level. And we could see that our target is right here. And we basically hit it, guys. So we have hit this rising wedge target. So this is why I love the technicals, guys. They always play out for the most part. You draw these targets, you draw these patterns, and they do play out like it just did right now. So we have hit this downward target. So does this mean that Bitcoin's is going to stop, going down? Does it mean it's going to start reversing? Well, let's talk about that. So as we discussed in the last video, if you guys have not watched the last video, I highly recommend you guys watch. A lot of good information in there. I'll put it up in the top right corner right about now. So if we look at, what we talked about in the last video is that we have this big Fibonacci channel right here between that $43,000 level and that $30,000 psychological number. Sorry, guys. It is early in the morning. It's like 1 a.m. right now. I am exhausted. But, okay, so we look at right here. So there's really no support in this area. If we look at Bitcoin right here, it's at 39,000. It actually went as low as to the $38,000. There is no support for Bitcoin here. So Bitcoin is going to have to find support. As we see right here in previous events, it did find support on that $30,000 psychological number, because those psychological numbers really do play a key factor in the Bitcoin market. So predictions here, Bitcoin is probably going to hit that $30,000 level. But if you see right here, you see this selling volume. We do have a good amount of selling volume. This is the most amount of selling volume that we have seen in Bitcoin since January, which means that investors are starting to sell in unison here. They're starting to sell together, which means that we could see even more investors selling, because this level for people who are holding Bitcoin, as I like to call it, is paper hands area right here. This is the area where people will start selling their coin because they're scared, basically. So we have to really plan further ahead. We have been talking about this $30,000 level, but what is next? You know what I'm saying? We have to plan further ahead here, because 30,000 could not be the rock bottom price. It could be the temporary price because it is strong support. But let's talk about the rock bottom price, where I believe that Bitcoin probably could not really go any further down. So if we look right here, remember how we were talking about in the last video, how we have this Fibonacci channel right here is between that $27,000 to $3,000 level. This is really strong support, guys, like extremely strong support. So if the volume does not get higher than this on the selling, it is not going to break that area. But let's say that it does get higher, the selling volume does get higher, then we are going to have to make another push down, guys. And that other push down is going to be right around that $20,000 level to the $14,000 level. Pretty big gap. Sorry, guys, but with Bitcoin, these fluctuations are huge. To be completely honest, it will probably go down if it breaks that level. it'll probably go down to the $14,000 in a flash, kind of like a flash crash, kind of like, what we've seen this in Bitcoin before, where it just dumps really fast in a quick amount of time, and then it recovers in a quick amount of time. But I believe that that reaction point that it is going to hit is that $14,000 level. And if we go back, let's see, over here in previous history, we can see that that $14,000 level really was that key resistance before that major breakout, which led to more major breakouts in this whole $65,000 rally to begin with. So this $14,000 level also played key resistance back here. Where was this? This was in July of 2019. We can see that it was very strong resistance. And there was a lot of consolidation here in the first major Bitcoin crash from 20K. So this is, it's pretty safe to say that 14,000 is our next major support after that $30,000 level is broken. But there is still a possibility for you bulls out there that the world is not over for you. So let's talk about what could be happening to the bullish side here. All right. So let's say, Bitcoin does not go down and touch that $30,000 level. Let's say Elon Musk goes and buys 5% of all Bitcoin. Something crazy happens. What's going to happen? So the RSI is bottomed out, and by bottomed out, I mean that it is bottomed out. It's significantly low here. What is RSI? It's the relative strength index. Basically, when the RSI is down, it means the price should go up at least some. When the RSI is high, it means that the price should go down some. Right now, the RSI is low, so we could expect some type of push up here. I highly do not recommend trading purely off the RSI because it is not really good indicator to use on its own. It's really good to use with other indicators in conjunction to really make your trade stand out. But let's just go off of this, say, you know what, the RSI is really low. Robbie, the Bitcoin price has been falling for, over a month now. It's due for a bounce. Where are we gonna bounce? Well, we did break through that new Fibonacci channel right here, which was that $47,000 to $43,000 level. If you remember my last video, I said that that $47,000 level was really gonna be that that spot that you would want to wake up to and see Bitcoin above if you were on the bullish case. Obviously, it did not hit that. It tried. It hit 46 and it kind of rejected down. But now we are below the secondary Fibonacci level right here at 43,000. So if we were going to make a move to the upside here, guys, we would really have to watch that $43,000 area. And then if we broke that, we really have to watch that $47,000 area. But this is extremely strong resistance here, guys. This is not something that could just break very easily. This is something that it's gonna take some time, some build up, or a lot of buying. So for the upside here, it's not looking too great. Again, the downside, it has more momentum right now, is looking more powerful, and is looking more of an option here if you are more of a conservative trader at this point. Again, this is not financial advice, obviously. This is for educational purposes only. But if you were holding Bitcoin right now, you could probably put a stop loss below $30,000. Because if it goes below $30,000, like we talked before, it's probably gonna be hitting into those teens of thousands of dollars, and you kind of want to cut your losses before you're cut too bad if you're still holding from that 40, 50, $60,000 area. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna try to update you guys as much of this as possible because Bitcoin is moving pretty radically right now. If you guys have any questions or comments or anything like that, just please leave them down below. And if you really like this video, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And yeah, guys, let's stay tuned and let's see what Bitcoin is going to be doing here in the next couple of days. Peace.